I could not put the script down. I thought it was just brilliant and completely unexpected, and just it blew my mind, and I immediately thought this is a really important film. This is a really important story that absolutely needs to be told. I've been wondering a lot about this particular historic moment that we're in, this reckoning that we're having around sexual assault, around Me Too, and what kind of art is going to come out of this moment. What does that art start to look like? And Emerald's script felt like the answer to that, to me, in a really very unexpected way. Gail, the character that I play in Promising Young Woman, functions really as Cassie's only friend in the trajectory of this narrative, a friend who's alive anyway. And so it's so important to give a sense of Cassie's, another side of Cassie, in terms of her dimensionality, in terms of her humor. It's interesting because Gail is there to support her, and as an actress, I really just want to support this film. What I think is so brilliant about the film is that everyone is deeply humanized, right? So that I don't think they're bad guys in this or good guys. I think everyone's deeply complicated, and so then hopefully we can begin to think in our own lives how we're complicit with the assaults that are happening around us all the time, the extent to which we want to protect people in power, protect the men in our lives, think that we're good people and we would never do that. I think it's calls upon us to question all of those things and maybe hopefully make different choices in our lives. And I think that is the kind of art I certainly want to be involved with at all times. There's no way I could imagine this film having been written or even conceived of, 5 years ago. You can talk to Emerald about this, but I think this film feels like a direct response to this cultural moment that we're having, and a much needed one. I think that Tarana Burke, the founder of the Me Too movement, in her recent TED Talk, contends that we're collectively traumatized by this reckoning, and I have personally felt that trauma. And what does the healing look like? And art can be that space of healing. There's something very cathartic to me about the way this film resolves itself. As tragic as it is, there is a sense of justice, I think, that I feel as a person who just read the script and who's now involved in the film. I feel a sense of justice at the end of this film, and I think so many of us just need that, because so often there is no justice. No justice at all. Gail is the manager of the coffee shop where Cassie works, and I am also one of Cassie's very best friends. So I'm her boss and I'm her friend, and yeah, I'm there kind of trying to push her into living more, into I'm not aware of the depths of what's really going on with her. And I think what Emerald says about this is that, Cassie's really good at sort of lying and putting on a front. And so I don't know the depth of what's going on, but I sense something's going on, and that something's on, that she sort of press pause in her life, and I want her to sort of press play and sort of get on with things. But I don't push overtly. I just make suggestions. Her work has always been very subtle and understated, but just dialed in and really truthful and moment to moment, just as a fan. And so getting to see that up close is, I'm an actor who kind of does a lot. I can be understated, but I have a big personality, and so, and I've been told that if you have that, you should just be that. And so I am that, but I love seeing actors who can find the subtleties and the nuances in a look. I think what Emerald has done is she's put together a cast that is quite funny. If you look at a lot of the actors in this film, a lot of them are comedic actors. And she wants a certain kind of lightness, I think, because the material is so heavy. And I think she's really, again, is interested in the juxtaposition of, like, even in tragic circumstances, how people find ways to laugh and to not be overly defined by that tragedy. So a lot of the laughter comes from Emerald. That is the tone that she sets as a director that actually is very freeing for me as an actor, where I get to just kind of play. Bo is just, he's hilarious. He's just, he just, I just think about, I mean, he's just, it's great. It's really, really great to sort of be in this space of play and laughter, particularly with a film that has such a serious tone to it in so many ways, and serious subject matter, that we can laugh. And I think that is kind of the way to get through some of the more intense moments that are going to happen in this film. Promising Young Woman feels like an event film to me. It feels like a film that you would go to maybe in a group, with a group of your girlfriends. I would love to go with my girlfriends to see this. And so it feels like something that you would make an appointment to go and see as a group and talk about it.